In this tutorial, we're going to cover how you can update an estimate if, let's say, for example, you create an estimate and 3 months later the customer decides to go with it, but in the meantime, some or all the manufacturers may have had a price increase. So before you can honor that estimate, you want to update the prices to the new pricing and then resubmit it to the customer to make sure they're still okay with it. So, and to do that, you come in, we've added this tab up here, update price changes. Now again, we highly suggest anytime you make changes like this to an estimate, just like you would in the door and hardware schedule, to create a revised copy. So you can see we're on this revision 0. I believe that, there's one other revision in this, but we're going to stay with the original copy here. And we're going to click on a new revision. And that's the copy we want to make any changes to. So I'll go ahead and click the button. It asks us to verify that you want to create a new revision. We'll say yes. And you see we're on revision 2 now. So this copy of this estimate I can make any changes to, and I'll still have the original by just going back to 0 right here. So we're going to come over to this revision 2, and all you're going to do is click on this button or this tab, and it's going to load all of the products from your estimate that do have a price difference between the current price and the new price that's in your current database. Now you notice here we have wood doors. They are separated by manufacturer, and you can see the type of estimate over here. So we have wood doors and hardware. Now wood doors will probably typically always come up because wood doors are saved in the database with a 0 price, and those we're not going to be updating. In fact, the program, when you click update prices, it's going to bypass anything with a 0 price, new price. So those will not be updated. If for some reason you need to change those prices, you have to go back to the original quote or the product information and make the changes there. But that's the nature of wood doors. So these are not going to be affected. But anything else down here, you can see there's this item here by Hager. It was originally $215.55 when the estimate was created. But now the price has gone up, or the list price that is, has gone up to $250.04. So all these prices we do want to update. So before you actually click the update price button, just give this a quick glance, make sure you have a markup for all your products. Make sure nothing's set to 0. That can happen occasionally. Or the multiplier is not 0 or anything like that. So make sure this is all up to date. If something should be off, you can go back to the product information here and go to that item. Just double click it, make sure everything's okay, save it back, and then come back over here and it'll reload this table. So once we're sure we want to go ahead with this update, all I have to do, or I take that back, let's step up here for a minute. You can see it has the list of manufacturers here, and right now it's set to all. So it did pull in all of the manufacturers that have a price difference. If for some reason I only wanted to change one manufacturer, which a scenario might be that, let's say, Hager said that they're not going to honor the old prices, that you'll have to update to the current costs. But everybody else says, yeah, that's okay, we'll honor those prices. So in that case, you would not want to update Hager, but you will want to update all of the other manufacturers. So in that scenario, I'd have to go down and select Ives, LCN, Schlage, and Von Duprin out from the list here. So we'll start with Ives. And what it is, it loaded only the Ives products. So I can now click up the update prices, and it will only update the Ives products in this estimate. And again, this is the estimate only. It has nothing to do with making changes to your database or anything like that. So once that's completed, then I would go to the next manufacturer, LCN, update the prices and update all those. But we're going to go ahead and leave it to all. So when I select all, it loads all manufacturers that have a price difference. And again, it's not loading anything that has not had a price change. For example, if you look under hollow metal, sorry, I had a break code in there. If you look under hollow metal, you can see we have a lot of things by Curry's in here, but none of those were showing up in the list. So again, it's only pulling in products that have a definite price difference between the current price and the new price in your database. And typically this is anything that's a Toad product. If you recall, we have a program that runs automatically that updates all the Toad products. If there are products in here that are not part of Toad, you want to make sure those prices are up to date in your database. That's something you'll have to take care of, because we can't track everybody's price changes to each individual customer. So make sure all your products are up to date before you run this program. Okay, so again, we're going to go ahead and click on Update Prices. And just before we do that, let's see, we've got hardware here. Let's take a look at hardware real quick. So you can see hardware, we have a total of $45,053.80. Let's see what happens after we click Update Prices. First, it's going to verify that this is what you want to do. This would update the prices selected. Products with a 0 new price will not be updated. Again, the wood doors have 0, so they will not be updated. So I want to go ahead and continue. I'll say yes. Now it tells me the update is complete. Go to product information and reselect the type of estimate to show the new totals. I'll say OK. It reloaded the list, only brings in the wood doors now. We'll come back under product information and we'll reselect hardware. And then you can see the hardware reloads, and now we have a new total, $46,718.82. So this is the new price then for the hardware, because everything was updated to the current new list pricing. So that should pretty well cover it as far as updating price changes. Again, let me reiterate a couple things. Always, you don't have to, it's up to you, make a new revision. And another thing you might want to do is take advantage of this notes section. When you create a new revision like this, go into the notes and just make a note. Updated prices due to price increases. If I can spell. And then we'll just save the note. So now I've got a note in here that explains why this revision has been changed. And again, you can use this note section for anything that you like to keep a track of on this particular estimate. Make notes here, and that way you'll have a running history of everything that's been changed or whatever. Okay, so that should pretty well cover it. If you have any questions on this, please call our office. We'll be more than happy to step you through anything or help you work you through any questions you have on this. Again, thanks a lot.